If you're like me, you have a super long list of things you'd like to try out. For me, I often find myself watching videos of new tools, crafts, and techniques, and adding them on my never-ending to-try list. Today, we are going to be trying something on my list that has caught my eye for years now: rug tufting. A few years ago, I saw a video of a girl making a rug that looked like moss, and I was like, what the heck is that? Instantly interested. She was all like, I made this by rug tufting, and I was all like, what the heck is rug tufting? So off I went into the depths of the internet to research this mysterious craft. Rug tufting is a textile craft where yarn loops are threaded into a backing fabric, creating designs and patterns. Using a special tool called a tufting gun, or sometimes a punch needle, yarn is pushed through a stretched piece of cloth on a frame. The tufting gun can create either a cut pile, where the yarn loops are cut to form a fluffy surface, or a loop pile, which creates a continuous loop texture. After the yarn is applied, a secondary backing and glue are added to secure the loops, and the edges are finished to create the final rug. A quick Google search shows what people have created by using this technique, and as you can see, there are so many different designs, styles, shapes, and patterns. People get really creative with it. So this quickly rose to the top of my things I want to try list. So right here we have a rug tufting kit from Claw Lab. So we are going to unbox everything, set it up, and get started. So exciting. I have so many ideas.
Step 1. Remove from box.
Okay, you guys, so here is everything straight out of the box. We have the gun, some yarn. This is the material that we will put on at the end for the back of the rug. You'll see. This is like the frame where you put this into it. This is my new knife. Love this little knife. Highly recommend it if you guys want a nice little utility knife. Here is the manual, and that's about it. So I'm gonna take a few minutes, put this together, follow the instructions from here, maybe a video online if I can find one, and keep rolling from there.
Step 2. Set up frame and gun.
Okay, so one cool thing about this kit is that it's a kit. It comes with everything you need to get started, so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of extra tools and materials to get going. Claw Lab has a ton of tutorials on their YouTube channel for setting everything up, which is super helpful, except when you're using your phone to film yourself. All right, you guys, we got the frame set up, nice and tight, ready to roll. That wasn't too bad at all. Pretty simple to set up, and it didn't take too long, so great start. Now I'm gonna work on putting together the gun, and after that, I think we're ready to start. I'm super excited to try this. It's been a long time that I've been wanting to try this, so let's keep rolling. Okay, you guys, here is the gun. Really lightweight. It's really cool that it came in this carrying case. Neat way to keep everything all together. Got some tools, lubrication, a couple little things I think to thread the yarn, the manual, and this is really cool. It has a European plug and a US plug. So I guess you can do rug tufting worldwide. Take it on your next trip to Europe. Okay, so I think there are a few things that I need to set up for this bad boy. I'm gonna check the manual, check the Claw Lab YouTube page, maybe watch a few tutorials if I need to. And hopefully after that, I can start with the design process of designing the rug and get rolling. I did buy a bunch of extra yarn to work with, so we should be able to get a little creative with our rug tufting project. I added a few drops of lubricant to the scissors on the gun, and I used the threading tool that came with the gun to thread the yarn. Then I set the speed using the dial on the back of the gun. Okay, let's go. Okay, first time tufting. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I will keep this by me, I don't know. Okay, so they say that you want to keep it like 90 degrees, not too tilted one way or the other. And yeah, so I don't know, we're just gonna go for it. Oh! Wow. Okay, let's turn it up a little bit and do another line. So we're off to a great start, but I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit and get a feel for everything. What's cool about this kit from Claw Lab is you can practically use it anywhere, inside your house or office, or even outside if you want, which is what I originally wanted to do, but we can't because it's way too misty out there.
Under near constant cover of clouds and rain.
Okay, so I did a few practice runs right here. I think it went okay. A little bit of a learning curve. Had to kind of get used to it and find the good speed. This is literally my first time doing it, so obviously I have room for improvement. So not too bad. So what I'm gonna do is draw a design on here and then go for it. Start to fill in the design with whatever colors I want and see how it turns out. It's cool that this kit comes with everything all in one, so it's a really great way to start out if it's something that you're interested in. So let's get everything set up, get the design set up, and tuft away. As per usual, I'm using Canva to create my design for the rug. I really love using Canva for all kinds of design projects. Laser engraving, CNC milling, UV printing, cards, GIFs, the list goes on. So for this design, I am referencing this cool mug I bought from Vancouver Island in Canada, way back when we were living and traveling in our camper van. Good times. This majestic mug lived with us for years, but eventually its time came. RIP. So we are doing a tribute rug to the mug and trading out the M for the R. Get it? Okay, so we're using a projector to project this design onto the frame. I just connected my phone and put it up here. So now basically what I'm gonna do is go and outline the design and then choose what colors I want to go where, because this is not the colors that I want to do. This was just so that I could see it well on the fabric. Step 3. Trace the design onto the fabric. So I'm gonna turn the projector off and then get to work on doing the outline of the design. Step 4. Attach spool of yarn and tuft. Is tuft a verb? I don't know, but we tuftin'.
All right, you guys, so we got most of the outline done for at least the black. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do the letters in black or if I want to do them in another color. But regardless, we're gonna call it a night and get back at it tomorrow so you guys can see the progress during the day because it is getting pretty dark out. Let's hop around to the other side and see what it's looking like. So here is the side that I was working on, and all right, you guys, check in with you tomorrow. Adventure awaits.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's a new day on the ranch. And today we are going to be finishing this cool rug. So far, this is super fun, and I already have so many ideas on what to use this for in the future, so.
Okay, so if you're like me and you don't see any form of letters, only black blobs, this is where I tell you and myself to trust the process. Okay?
Okay, so I got most of the design done and the text done. Now I need to fill in the background, which should be pretty easy relatively, except for it might be a little tricky around the letters, but so far so good. Let's check out the front of the rug. So here's the back. I think I did a pretty good job. Maybe do a little bit more there, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, now let's check out the front. Oh my gosh. Wow. I think it's looking pretty good. So let's connect the gun with the last color and finish up this fun project. All right, as you see, we just finished. It's looking pretty good, but let's check out the other side. Oh my gosh, oh, that came out so nice. Like I mentioned before, I do need to kind of clean up the front, so I'm gonna be working on that. Wow, I'm super happy with the results so far. I'm actually pretty surprised on how much yarn this used. As you can see, I started with let's do one that I didn't use too much of. Okay, so the yarn was about this size when I started for the beige, and this is all I have left. Pretty wild. I did buy this interesting yarn, so I think I might do a little design on the side right here just to see what it looks like. Maybe like a little rectangle or something, because I'm curious to see how this thicker yarn will work. So I'm gonna experiment with that just so I know for the future. And yeah, after that, move on to the next step. A few more things to do until it's completed. Just keep rolling. All right, just finished the second little project with the different kind of material. So this material that I used is 80%, well, the yellow one is acrylic, but the colorful one and the cream colored one is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. It's much thicker than what I used for this one, and the material is just a lot different. It's a lot fluffier and a different feel and texture to it. But the gun did well with it, and I was able to create this tiny rug. So let's check it out on the other side.
So as you can see on this side, it's really fluffy. Like I really like the texture of it. And it's also like a great way to see the difference between the 100% acrylic and this acrylic wool mix. You can see this one is just way poofier and fluffier. But overall, I think that came out really cool.
And with that being said, we have a few more steps to do, so let's move on to the next step. So the next thing that we are going to do for the rugs is glue the back of them. I watched a video on YouTube of a rug tufting artist explaining the best kind of glue to use. Based on what kind of rug you're making and what you want out of the rug will determine what kind of glue to use. So since these don't need to be flexible at all, this one I'm not totally sure, but I am considering hanging it on the wall. I don't know yet. So for that reason, we are going to use this. Pretty sure this will bring back a lot of memories from school. But yeah, basically I'm gonna use this to glue the back and use this paintbrush to kind of like work it into the back of the rug.
Step 6. Oh crap, no. Step 5. Apply nostalgic childhood glue to the back of the rug. Okay, if you ever put this glue on your hands to peel it off as a kid, comment below. Viant never had that experience growing up in France, so I need to know if it's just a US thing.
Hello everybody, we are back. The rug is dry, very crispy. So now we are going to move on to the next step, which is going to be cutting the rug out of the frame Then I'm going to flip it over and we're gonna work on kind of trimming everything up and cleaning up the design. For that, I'm gonna use this. And potentially some rusty scissors. Okay, so this little kit I got off of, I think eBay of all places. But basically, it's just a guide, some clippers, a couple adjustments on the height, and then a few other accessories, lubrication, things like that. As I mentioned before, this is the first time I'm doing this ever. So, yeah. Just want to mention that in case anything catastrophic happens. I don't foresee that happening, but you never know. All right, let's cut this out and get started.
Step 6. Cut out rug. Simple.
Okay, so I got both pieces cut out. This is the small piece, and this is the large piece over there. I left a little edge because right now what I'm gonna do is kind of like go along and fold this back and glue it down so that the edges of the rug are nice and crisp. Cut this one and do it like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use this spray to spray it, and then we are going to put this on the back of the rug, this grippy material.
Step 7. Spray expensive and smelly adhesive on the back of the rug and attach the backing fabric.
Okay, just finished working the back of the rug. Man, this stuff is really great, but wow, it is really sticky. I was kind of doing like a mess getting it all over the place, so just keep that in mind. But it works really great, and it should for the price. Anyways, so I got the back of the rugs all set up on both. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go over to the front of the rug and work on trimming all of the edges and kind of doing the final touches. Let's see how it turns out.
Step 8. Use special rug clippers to trim rugs and try to make them look like the rugs from the Google Images search.
Okay, the first rug I think came out amazing. I got a hang of the clippers, used the scissors to kind of trim the edges, but man, pretty happy with that. So now that I have a little bit of experience, I'm gonna come over to our main piece over here and get working on it. So here's a before shot. Now let's get to work. All right, you guys, I just finished trimming up the rug. So, are you ready for the final reveal of both rugs? And here we are. I did the best that I could, kind of trimming along the letters and kind of the edges. I'm worried that if I keep trimming, I will trim too much. So I'm gonna go with less is more. I think it turned out great for my first attempt at doing my own rugs. So this one was just kind of like a fun experiment to see different materials, what they would look like together. And overall, I'm just super happy with the results. Alright you guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. That was super fun. I have been wanting to try rug tufting for years now, so I'm really glad that I finally got the opportunity to try it. Now I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of my experience and a few things I've learned and just a few things to mention about rug tufting.
So here are a few takeaways. Rug tufting is easy to learn. It was quick to set up and there wasn't a big learning curve to any part of the process. There's a low startup cost. This is a relatively inexpensive hobby. The materials and the gun are affordable and easy to access from a variety of stores like Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, etc. Or you can purchase this Claw Lab kit which has everything you need already included. It's messy. Something that surprised me is how messy this is. There's a lot of loose strands of fabric that get around the work area, so just keep that in mind. Rug tufting is fun for everyone. This was a really easy and enjoyable process. Design options are limitless, and you don't need to be super artistic to do it. It's something that I think everyone can do. Lastly, it's portable. The setup is pretty easy to move around, and you can set it up practically anywhere.
So special thank you to Claw Lab for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in picking up a Claw Lab rug tufting gun or the kit that I just used, be sure to click the exclusive link in the description if you want to try out rug tufting. This was really beginner friendly and easy to set up, easy to use, and I think the results are pretty cool. I have so many ideas for the future. Now I just need a huge frame for doing large rugs for the house. Put that on my wish list. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Well, I think we made our mug proud. Okay, bye. Help support our channel by leaving a comment, liking, and sharing this video. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our projects and adventures on Pacific Pines Ranch. We put out new videos every Saturday,
and sometimes even during the week. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any. Okay, bye.